That's where we at, y'all. They just suspended the air scepter route to Marcus Hook. I don't know what for. I just heard it as I was walking by. It comes across the speaker they got up there, y'all, on these train tracks. That's awesome. That's where we at. This left Peters. Said, let me get out and talk to the peoples this morning. Y'all see the video I uploaded about that DEI spending $2.5 million on transforming mice, rats, monkeys into transgenders. Y'all see that, right? So why you say that? I said that to say this. If they was experimenting on them mice, rats, and monkeys, right? I just want to ask the question, right? And we all know Fauci, scientist Fauci, we all know scientist Fauci got a pardon. Why did he get a pardon, y'all? Why? If he was standing on his business, standing on his words, why did Joe Biden pardon him, y'all? So Fauci had his hand in the cookie jar, y'all. And it's a whole lot that they uncovering, peeling the layers back, draining the swamp, right? That's what's going on right now. The swamp is being drained. And these Dixiecrats are running around losing their minds, right? Losing their motherfucking minds. 75 plus senior citizens out there causing mayhem. I ain't gonna say destruction because BLM and Antifa ain't with them. They the ones that causes destruction. But they ain't gonna cause no destruction because King Trump already announced that in El Salvador opened their doors to Donald Trump to bring illegal migrants and the worst of the worst criminals to El Salvador. So me, to the people out there that's thinking to go out there and do a George Floyd, they got something already set up for you for that. And once you get arrested and your family members and your peoples have no clue of where you at, just remember, El Salvador opened up their prisons to Donald Trump for the illegal migrants and the worst of worst criminals. So like I said, all this was already planned. You know what I mean? All this was already planned. So if any of y'all out there thinking y'all gonna cause mayhem and destruction in America, Donald Trump already got something for that. And they already got those El Salvador members on board too. But back to the experiments that they've been doing since the Tuskegee experiment. And I kept stressing that shit on my channel. Like I said, y'all, I got 3 channels. Subscribe to all 3 of them and check out the videos of what I was talking about. Look at the dates and the time. The dates and the time don't lie, y'all. Of what I was talking about. Dog got all that foam around his mouth. You couldn't get up. But look at the dates, y'all, of what I was talking about when I was talking about it. Especially about that jab that most of y'all peoples sold y'all out. Just like in the past. If you know your past, you bound not to repeat that shit. Right? But most of these scholars and doctorate degree puppets was out there selling their own peoples out once again. And I stressed it about the black doctors in Philly. Right? Because you don't hear from her no more. You don't hear from her no more out there promoting that foolishness. Right? And she even admitted it. If y'all watch the video and listen, she's not telling y'all to get the jab, but do the research. And the research is the past. Y'all always try to throw the black community been through so much in the past. This was their line to get you to line up to take something you don't know that's in your system. But at the same time, they just was transforming mice, rats, and monkeys into transgenders. Right? The facts are up. I told y'all, I'll go get the facts, I'll produce it, and I bring it up on the channel. So y'all don't just say I'm rhetoric talking. Right? That's a fact. So, we know about mice, rats, and monkeys. What about the humans? The human monkey. Right? Let's just keep it all the way funky. We don't hold punches over here. I told y'all that. But like I said, it turned out to be a virus that affect the whole U.S. But then somehow, some way, it turned into, it affects the African American community the worst. See? Anytime the government come out with some type of experiment, vax, and you know your history, peoples, why were y'all lining up out that motherfucker, capping? But I get it. Most of your peoples, once again, sold y'all out. But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, in the African American community, who are y'all holding accountable for that foolishness? Right? Who are y'all holding accountable for that foolishness? Is it going to be y'all 50, 60 years from now talking about we was involved in another experiment, and what at the time that president who's going to be there in office going to owe y'all an apology? Huh? Repeating the past? God damn it. Why did experimenting Fauci get pardoned, y'all? Why? Why was they experimenting on mice, rats, and monkeys, turning them into transgenders, and then you see what's going on in the last 4 years in America with the LGBTQ, and I kept stressing that shit. A lot of weirdos. They won't tell you what they pumping in you. They won't tell you what they pumping in you. You know what I mean? They won't tell you what they pumping in you. The same way they ain't telling brothers during the Tuskegee experiment. They'll tell you anything with the help of your own peoples, once again selling you out. Niggas taking crumbs off the plate. And I stress that in my videos. Now you got these divine non-house bitchettes out here causing mass confusion. Trying to get the peoples to run and jump out the window. Ain't nobody jumping out the window for y'all, all right? Let's get that established. early. Not unless you want to end up in a prison in El Salvador that not near one of them divine non-house bitchettes gonna send you anything. As you can see, not near one nigga got pardoned. And if they did get pardoned, they ain't get released from prison. Let's keep it all the way funky. And for those who voted for Kamala Harris, and Kamala Harris pardoned because she's Indian, right? She's Indian, right? And she chose her right colors going out the door by pardoning who? The Indian bull from the reservation from the 70s that was in the revolution. Do the research. I forgot his name. I can get his name though, that's no problem. Hold on, I'm gonna get his name so I can come with facts. Leonard Peltier. That's who Kamala Harris and Joe Biden had pardoned. Indigenous activists, right? Indian. That was pardoned. Right here. See that? So all you Kamala Harris, Divine Nine, house monkeys. Why didn't Joe Biden pardon any of you peoples? Right? Meaning, at least looking into Mumi Abu Jamal or Assata Shakur, but you monkeys was too busy out here capping for these illegal migrants instead of your own peoples. Now, and all of a sudden, y'all care about the American people when y'all ain't give a damn about the American people for 4 years. Y'all been in office with the help of these house niggas, monkeys, promoting that shit, right? Let's talk about it, goddammit. Now y'all back once again out here causing mass confusion again, trying to start destruction. But the peoples ain't buying it because the peoples don't want to end up in El Salvador where not near one of you monkeys gonna send them anything or help them get the fuck out of jail. So why would I crash out for a bunch of monkeys that don't give a damn about their own peoples? I'd be a fool to crash out. And anyone would be a fool to run out there crashing out for this Democratic Demon Party. And the truth is out there, right? And back to them experimenting on mice, rats, and monkeys, transforming them into transgenders, goddammit. I see what's going on down there in the African American community. And not only the African American community, a whole lot of communities of them men, because it's not going to affect the females, I don't think. That jab ain't affect the females because they already feminine, right? It just affected them niggas that ran out there lining up getting that motherfucker, right? Because y'all notice, and a lot of y'all say it, these niggas act just like fucking bitches now, right? Can I get an amen on that? How many of y'all said that? You ladies that's out there. Why are these niggas starting to act like bitches, right? Because they don't know. They thought they knew anyway. They ain't know a goddamn thing. You were supposed to have been protecting your family and your kids when it came to the government telling you to go out there and line up and get some shit you don't know what was in your system along with your own peoples. But I know a lot of people lost their jobs. They threatened you that you was going to lose your job, and people had to pay bills, so people had to do what they had to do. But that was force. What happened to my body, my rights then? You see the hypocrisy that came from the Democratic Party during that whole 4 years? And now the layers are being peeled back. Y'all see that? Talk to me. Someone. Anybody but a dead body out that motherfucker. Ain't nobody talking back because maybe half of y'all are already dead. The walking dead, right? If they're experimenting on mice and rats and monkeys, turning them into transgenders, what the fuck you think they'll do to you? The government, known for this shit. But back to a lot of these men out here acting real timid. Ask yourself, ladies, are these the same Negroes that lined up and took that jab? Because you can pretty much narrow it down to who was experimented on. Like I said, I don't think it'll affect the females as much as it do the males, like they did the Tuskegee experiment with syphilis, right? We already know females are already feminine, right? Then, if you ran out and did 2-3 rounds of that shit, nigga, at this point, you might have been transformed, nigga. And like I said, not just in the African-American community, but in any community, you see these niggas acting like bitches, dressing like bitches, right? More than females. Give me an amen on this good Sabbath day, ladies and gentlemen. But I just wanted to share that video with y'all to show y'all the hypocrisy that was going on with the Democratic Demon Party. And we know the history of the Democrats, right? That's just what they are, Democrats. God damn it. We know their history and their past. God damn it, they want to keep you enslaved. That's their game. To keep you enslaved like a motherfucker. But they trying to switch the narrative that Donald Trump, this racist Hitler dude, that not near one of them was in the bed with him before. That's bullshit, y'all. Trump got more nigga in him than most of these so-called house niggas do. And that's a 100% fact. Reason why them Dixiecrats and Divine non-house niggas mad, because Kamala Harris lost by landslide. And they think they'll be back in 4 years. It's not gonna work. Best to believe it's not gonna work. Because the American people spoke. Not only the 75% of African Americans that voted for Trump, right? More colored people voted than for Trump than any other race out that motherfucker. And that's a fact though, not fiction. The people spoke. They was tired of y'all foolishness. And now that the layers are being peeled back and the swamp is being drank, we see all the wasting taxpayer dollars was going at. And y'all don't want the peoples to see that. You had, like I said, Maxine Waters, 80 plus. All them people that was out there in front of the educational building trying to get up in there and they locked them out was 80 plus, ladies and gentlemen. 80 plus. Every last one of them that was out there. I think it was maybe 2 of them that was, maybe 2 of them, 3 of them that was young. Probably in their 50s, 60s. But the rest of them was 80 plus. Out that motherfucker trying to bully the security guard. I told y'all about Maxine Waters. See, that little play money came to an end when King Trump signed all those executive orders. Cut this, cut that from these niggas, you know what I mean? That's not benefiting the American people. None of that shit was. None of that shit was here for the American people. None of that shit was. None of that shit, them programs that got cut, didn't affect, like I said, the hoodie hood communities. It just was those house niggas that was taking crumbs off the plate, and their ride came to an end when them programs got cut. Oh, we ain't gonna have no funding for this. We ain't gonna have no funding for that. Bitch, shut up. You mean you not gonna have no funding? Cause ain't none of this shit benefit the American people. Y'all whole plan was to shelter these illegal migrants, which these sanctuary cities are still doing. Harboring fugitives, fighting against the executive orders from the president in these sanctuary cities. And most of these sanctuary cities are ran by niggas that's getting crumbs off the plate. And I told y'all that already. You look at most of these sanctuary cities, you got black mayors there, right? That's fighting for more of these illegal migrants than their own peoples. They put more fight for these illegal migrants than they did reparations for the American African people. So that's why I can't take these, and I've been saying it. Check my videos and the dates and the time. They don't lie. We was recording history as it was being exposed. But like I said, these so-called people that work for the peoples was fighting for illegal migrants than they was the American people. And it's a shame that most of these African American leaders don't even fight for their own peoples. And that's sad. So now they want to bring up education and bring the kids involved in this shit. And y'all had 4 years to do what y'all had to do for education. But y'all was too busy focusing on illegal migrants and the LGBT, doing experiments on monkeys, mice, and rats. Wow. That was disturbing news. Very disturbing.